Yo, what's up, gang? Stop Motion Joel, welcome in. CW Studios, hello. Legend DX, hello. Hybrid Studios, sup. Ace up my sleeve, hello there. Hello to you too. Number one Godzilla fan. Wow, that's a big and bold statement. Welcome in, gang. How you guys doing? Y'all having a good evening? It is Good Friday, so I hope you're all having a good evening. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see. Shrimp! Welcome in. I'm playing ball right now, so I won't be able to comment as much. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. Donnie Winter! Donnie's in the chat. Hello, Donnie. It's good to see you. I hope your weather over in Michigan is better than it is here in Ontario. Haya's Godzilla Evolved is resting here at the factory. Not shipping, mind you. Just resting, just hanging out. Just taking his sweet old time. Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for moderating the chat, as always. Keeping things interesting, keeping people accountable. Whoa, it's Rick. Rick, hi Canuck. Wanted to say I'm talking to Up From the Depths, and he seems to be interested in joining us in the conversation on the fandom. He would like to know what the topics are. Oh, that's great. Cool. It'd be awesome to chat with him. I need to familiarize myself with his content a little bit more, but yeah, I'm always happy to chat with more folks in the community. Drop play. Hey, cool to catch your stream. Well, it's cool for you to be here. It's likewise. Good to see you. Jax, greetings, Earthlings. Hello, Jax. I saw that Sleep Token dropped the album list, the playlist, the track list, and the date, so that's pretty cool. Oh no, Donnie's getting trash weather. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Oh, sorry to hear that. You're cool. My cool what? Oh, I'm just joshing you. Don't worry about it. Haha. Up from the... Yeah, UFTD is Up From the Depths. Yeah, Up From the Depths. Hiya Shimo is amazing. Come here. There she is. She is, in fact, amazing. Look at that. Fantastic figure. So good. So good. So good. How's it going, Tyler? It's going pretty well, man. I hope you're having a good night. How you doing? $100 Joy-Cons. In the States. Drop play. Are you in Toronto? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, man. May 9th, gonna go crazy. Yeah, it's actually not too far away from here, so that's pretty cool. I'll give the album a listen. Caramel and the other... I don't remember what the first track on the new album is called, but... it was pretty good. Can you send a Haya Kiryu link? Oh, sorry, a Kiryu leak. Yeah, drop your email. I'll send it to you. Please, Haya Kiryu. Yeah, send me your email. I'm kidding. Don't send me your email. That's awesome, man. What do you think about the Haya 1991 Godzilla figure that was recently showcased? I think it looks really good. I think it looks much different than, in terms of like deco, than the solicitation. So I have some thoughts about that, but it does look really good. Working with INS Hobby to get you guys a review as soon as possible on that one. So please stay tuned. Is Haya Shimo saluting the Führer? I didn't think she was. It was like a pointing, like you can see the finger she's pointing. But you have the option to do that if that's what you're trying to do. Drop play, that looks... yeah, Shimo's a really good figure, guys. And I'm not just saying that because I have a referral link. I would tell you if it wasn't that good, but I was like really trying to rack my brain to come up with something that like I wasn't so stoked on. And like, yeah, the up and down movement on the head is one, and then the tail is serviceable. You know, you can get a good range of motion out of it, but it's really hard to find anything to complain about. Legend GX, this is the first time in one of your streams, so I'm happy to be here. Love from New York. Oh, yeah, man. It's good to have you here. Thanks for joining on such short notice. You know, my wife was like, I just want to catch up on my YouTube stuff. So I said, okay, I'll just go downstairs. So, yeah. Better than the Monster Arts one. Yeah, you know, I still argue that Monster Arts has its place in the market. But in the case of Shimo, it's very, very, very difficult to advocate for the Monster Arts one over the Haya one. I'm not even gonna lie, you responding to the Ebra in the Monsterverse theory meme made my day. I was happy to see it. The fact you could pose Shimo like a cat sold me. Yeah, she is really, really good. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the Haya toy Shimo? It's got to be like a 9.5. Like, the head movement would have brought it up to a 10 for sure. Like, I'm not even going to say that the tail really detracts points, because it's still pretty good. It's very difficult to find fault in this figure. It's really good, guys. Like, I don't know if I conveyed it enough in my review, but it is really good. I have to wait for my Shimo figure to get out of pre-order for BBTS, but I'm excited for it though. And I am excited for you, Hybrid Studios. She is a fantastic figure. As much as I want to get the Haya Shimo, I feel like they're going to do a 2.0 like they're doing with Ghidorah, which makes me feel like a guinea pig here, like making her size accurate for one. Yeah, I definitely think that there's going to be interest in them upsizing her a little bit more and then selling her at like the Ghidorah price point, so like $100, $110, and I'll buy it because this one is amazing. And if you're telling me that you can get this one but bigger, and her being bigger probably means that you can get in to places like the tail and carve out even more articulation, I'm game. I'm game for it. Have you seen the Haya 2000 Goji Heat Ray version figure yet? I have. I made a social post with the listing up at INS Hobby, which is an affiliate link. I think that figure looks really, really good. I think people have waited so long for... like a movie accurate Godzilla 1999, Godzilla 2000 suit, that I can see people really going in on both the normal and the Heat Ray version. And for like $50 a pop, you can't go wrong. By the way, I got a notification from Target that Super Kaiju Wave 2 is arriving Monday. Let's go. That's amazing. Because yeah, Monday is just after the ship date. That's really cool. I'm really looking forward to picking up that minus Godzilla. Do you have TikTok by chance? I do not have TikTok. No, I don't. I'm currently broke right now, but I'm still going to get Haya Shimo with my parents' money. Don't tell anyone. Well, lucky enough, like, she is relatively affordable for what you get. It's a fantastic figure. Greetings, Kaiju Canuck. Is there any difference between the standard blind box reaction -1 and the carded one? Yes, there is, Brandon. 1 second. Okay, so... So here is standard. Just make note of the tail. That is the standard one. And then here is... I guess I should turn it this way. Here is the tail on the blind box one. So the tail bends to the side on the blind box version. I think presumably because if it was straight like this, it wouldn't have fit in the box. That's my impression. Is that going to be a big enough deviation for most people? Probably not. But it is kind of nice that if you get it, it is a little bit different. Classic Haya W band don't. Classic SHL SHU $200 who Haya Goat SH Skill Issue Easy PC Lemon Squeezy No Scope SH Rip Bozo. This is why Haya Godzilla is not leaving the factories yet, guys. He hasn't shipped yet because he's writing stuff like this. I'm so pumped for my Shimo. You should be. Nuclear Goji Edits, what's up? Good to see you. I forgot, did you pre-order the Haya Toys Godzilla Evolved, did you? Yes, I have an outstanding order with Calcus because I ordered it back when it first went up. But INS Hobby is also sending me one to review, so I will be having review samples. I can't wait to pay $1,000 for the Monster Arts Legion, then use it as a lethal weapon when I throw it. The best flex. That thing is gigantic. That thing is gigantic, man. That is definitely a lethal weapon. How's your day going? My day is going well. My daughter is like really not having a good day because she's teething and she's just very sad. And it's, you know, it's very difficult when your daughter is being very sad and there's not a whole lot that you can do to help her. But we put on some Moana, we put on some stuff to, you know, kind of distract her a little bit, and that seemed to help a little bit. So yeah, that's how my day's going. The Hayatoya Shimo is so cheap to me in price. It's wonderful value. 100% it is wonderful value. That's why I'm going to wait. Can't waste money on something and then it becomes irrelevant in my collection and space is limited. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Yeah, no problem, Brandon. Thanks for stopping by the stream. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Hello, Jurassic OG. Good to see you. Will you ever do a collab with Shinrobjira? I would love to do a collab with Shinrobjira. You know, we did Godzilla Jeopardy together, and he just put up a video on a package that I sent him, so you can go check that out. But yeah, I love Rob. Rob's the best. I'd love to go to New Jersey and be in Rob's studio filming something with him. That would be fun. I have a question for you. What upcoming kaijus would you want to see from Haya, and what versions of Godzilla do you want Haya to make? What do you want to see from Haya? So there's the question of like, what do I want to see? And then there's like, what do I realistically expect? Like, I want Titanosaurus. I would love Ebera. Ebera's never going to happen. I think that Titanosaurus is within the realm of possibility. I would love to get Titanosaurus. What versions of Godzilla do you want Haya to make? Well, one of my favorite ones they're already making, which is GMK Godzilla 2001. I'm so happy that they're doing that. I am so stoked. Godzilla 1955 is another one that I would love for them to do. And if they can do an Anguirus 1955 to match with it, I think that would be fantastic. But other than those two, there aren't too many other Godzillas that I'm really jonesing for, if that makes sense. Like, maybe anime trilogy, because I think Godzilla Earth is pretty cool, and I missed out on the monster arts. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla would be amazing. I feel like we haven't gotten like a really great Shin Godzilla from anybody. The NECA is at $25 is amazing value. The monster arts I think is okay. I'm not like super in love with it. I think that there's room for a better one. So Shin Godzilla would definitely one. I have a feeling around next week they'll showcase the 1991 Ghidorah on the Haya channel. Yeah, I don't know if they'll take as long as a week, because they said that Godzilla and Ghidorah are leaving at the same time. So hopefully it's less than a week, but yeah, we should see it soon. Hello, Sharktopus Vaughn Jr. You're going to be cooking dinner? Well, I hope you have a wonderful dinner. Cook it up, brother. I want to make a stop motion with that new Legion. It would be epic. Well, it seems like they've baked in a lot of articulation. So, yeah, it'd be really cool to see what some stop motion artists can do. Have you seen the canceled American Godzilla 1994 design and the canceled American Godzilla 1983 design? So, I think 94 is Stan Winston, right? I don't remember a canceled 1983 Godzilla. Which one is that? Godzilla King of the Monsters in 3D. I actually didn't know about this one. I don't know if there's any like... Oh, there are photos of what the suit looked like. The suit kind of looks like it kind of looks like Marvel Godzilla ish. Yeah, I mean, I have no connection to this. It'd be neat as a piece of like lost media, but I can't really say that it's anything I'm particularly interested in. Amazon will deliver my Monster Art Shimo this coming Monday, and then they'll deliver Haya Shimo on May 5th. Look forward to both, as the Haya is amazing and the Monster Arts is going to be a custom Shimo design. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad that you can enjoy both of them for what they are. GMK Ghidorah from Haya would be amazing. Anybody doing GMK Ghidorah would be very appreciated. Like, he's been so underserved. It's insane. If you want Ebera, realistically, you would hope for a YMSF or go to a restaurant. That's true. Do you love Godzilla 1954 more than a legendary Godzilla? I like them both for different reasons. I mean, it would be hard to put legendary above 1954. Like, 1954 is the one that started everything. It is the nuclear allegory. And there's just so much behind that film. So it would be really hard to top that one. Since there was a question about Haya, I'll ask a similar one about Monster Arts and Super 7. What figures of Godzilla and other kaiju would you like them to make? So it's the same answer, right? Like, I would love them to get to well, I mean, Super 7 specifically, like GMK, but also 1955. Nobody's done 1955. So that would be really cool. Titanosaurus. Nobody's done Titanosaurus. So, yeah, that's my answer there. I'd love it if Haya Toys did GMK King Ghidorah and Mothra. Yeah, so would I. When do you think Mecha King Ghidorah will go up for order? I bet you Mecha King Ghidorah will go up next month. Once the standard Ghidorah 91 goes out and people have it and they're happy, then they'll say, okay, here's the Mecha version. It'll be either May or June. Kaiju Danny, welcome in. I hope you, I think, was it earlier this week or late last week? It was your birthday. Hope you had a great birthday. Dorky Films, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. It's a maquette for the 1983, originally going to be directed by the director of Friday the 13th, parts 3 and 4. It was going to have a baby Godzilla and take place in San Francisco. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I never knew about this. So that's interesting. Cool. I would love Haya to make a Biolante figure and also a burning Godzilla with smoke effects like Monster Arts. That's one of my dream figures. Yeah, I mean, burning Godzilla, everybody gets to burning Godzilla. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, it's not a matter if, it's a matter of when. What it comes with, yeah, smoke effects would be really cool. It'd be interesting to see if they do a beam with it. Because burning Godzilla is one of those ones where, like, the difference between the standard and the beam version is probably negligible, but it'll be interesting to see for sure. Is there any other 1984 Godzilla that articulates besides the NECA version? The reaction, but that's, and like a Mondo vinyl, but that's about it. Both Monster Arts Shimo and Haya Shimo are both accurate in their own ways. Yeah, I mean, Haya is clearly faithful to the film, and Monster Arts is faithful to what earlier concept materials of Shimo. I know some people don't accept that, but it's like, it's just the fact of the matter. I mean, we have two pieces of external confirmation to say that it's that way, and I'm not saying you have to like it, but that is what it is. So it's a great opportunity, you know, to get the one that you want. How are you doing, bro? I'm doing well, Kaiju Danny. I hope you're doing well too. I'm still waiting for the Haya Toys exclusive Burning Godzilla. You haven't gotten it yet, eh? Yeah, I got mine like 2 months ago, so that's crazy. Huh. Damn. Thanks, and yes, last month was my 28th birthday, of course. Wow. You and I are not too far off. I hope you had a great 28th birthday. Do you think Toho should cancel the Godzilla -1, 2 and instead make a sequel to Shin Godzilla? No. I don't think so. I don't know that Haya... sorry, I don't know. I've got Haya brain rot. I'm not convinced that Shin Godzilla really needs a sequel. I feel like a sequel in some ways would undercut the way that the movie ends and like the tension with it. Whereas -2, if it will be called -2, -2 like picks up off of a tag that the last movie had, where it was very clear that there was more story to be told. So I think that a -1 sequel makes a lot more sense as a film. I just got my Shimo in and I love her. I wish I could get the Monster Arts one because 2 cakes. Yes. Yes. I love this. Yeah, the Monster Arts Shimo is so expensive. I'm sure that price is going to lock out a lot of people that would have otherwise picked it up. But the Haya is a very, very, very good alternative. We need a golden GMK. Do you mean like a golden Ghidorah? Or do you mean like... Oh, golden means a Godzilla with the golden dorso plates. Got it. Got it. I have a question. When will we see Haya Toys make any official announcements of revealing Final Wars Godzilla for Exquisite Base series? I think they've got like 4 or 5 classic Godzillas queued up out for solicitation right now. And they should get those out the door before they solicit more of them. I wonder, since Monster Arts already made Iris and Mother Legion, do you think there's a chance they'll finally make Gauss? Maybe with a new version of Gamera 9? I think this is exactly what they're going to do. I think they'll solicit a new Gamera 95, and then the understanding will be that Gauss is following it. It's crazy to me that we got Iris and Legion before Gauss, but I do think it's coming. What other lines besides Godzilla or Kaiju related do you collect? I've really scaled down on other stuff just as a consequence of being a grown-up with responsibilities like a house and a daughter. I'll show you. I used to collect Marvel Legends, and I recently picked this guy up because he was just way too cool to miss out on. But here you go. This is the Nemesis Build-A-Figure. You may know him from the comics, the Marvel comics, as Genocide. But I thought this guy was super cool. The helmet comes off and you can pose the skeleton head. Let me just do that for a second. Like, look at this guy. He's just fucking pumped to be here. So yeah, I think this figure is really cool. But other than that, I don't pick up too much. If Hasbro ever gets around to doing another Transformers Prime line, my wallet might be in trouble. And earlier today, I was talking to Shinra Jira that if Monster Arts or Haya Toys ever gets around to doing Shadow of the Colossus figures, oh, I'm in so much trouble. I'd love for Haya to make 1955 or 1964. Those are my favorite. Those are great. Those are great Godzilla suits. If I remember correctly, May marks the day where Tamashii Nations reissued their Monster Arts Godzilla 2004 figure, so could it be possible the Haya Toys will also be able to do that? So if Toho is being diligent in licensing, they're not going to let 2 versions of the same suit release in the same or in similar formats, because then it's like, then the customer has to choose one or the other. Whereas if you release them like 6 to 12 months apart, then it's like, okay, you know, maybe a customer will pick up both of them instead of feeling like they have to pick one. So I don't think we'll see it near the Monster Arts. Yeah, I still haven't gotten my Burning Godzilla Final Battle version either. Still in Chicago somewhere, refusing to leave the USPS factory. That is crazy, man. That's absurd. What would you rate the Shimo figure? Like 9.5 out of 10, at least. We've been waiting so long for Shin 2. I don't think Shin 2 is going to happen. Hey, Canuck question. If you could choose any character to have a figure made in celebration of Gamera's anniversary this year, who would it be? Ooh. For Gamera. I feel like, is it Zadis? Is that how you pronounce it? I feel like he hasn't actually gotten a figure. And it would be really cool for like him to get some time in the sun. Shin is great, but it never sat right with me as the outward-facing mascot of the franchise. -1 feels so much more at home. I definitely agree with this, Jax. I think Shin's a fantastic film, but as like the mascot, yeah, you're definitely right there. -1 does feel like a better rep. Do you think Godzilla can defeat Kong? I think Godzilla has defeated Kong. What's your most anticipated movie from this year, and which one you are most excited about the most? Also, I think Son of Godzilla Goji Suit for me is bad to the point I'm starting to like it. That's really funny. What movies am I looking forward to? Honestly, I don't go to the movies that often. I don't know. Thunderbolts looks fun. I'm kind of curious to see what James Gunn does with Superman. The new Jurassic World movie, I think, looks interesting. Yeah, I liked Jurassic World. I didn't like Fallen Kingdom or Dominion, but this one looks like it could be fun. How are you feeling about Titanic Creations' response to the tariffs? I think it's really sad, man. Like, I think Titanic Creations is a company that tries to go above and beyond for its customers, and the fact that they are basically frozen out of doing anything should really speak volumes to like just how dire the situation is right now if all of the proposed tariffs go through. I think like it's gonna be May soon, not to sound like Justin Timberlake, but if something does not budge, I think you are going to see like a gigantic sweep through the toy industry that will level a lot of businesses. Monster Art Shimo looks beautiful under a bright light. No one can take that away from it. Yeah, I agree with that. Do you have any tips on 3D printed custom figures? I'm currently trying to crack at Skilla. I don't, unfortunately. Sorry. Still surprised the Haya didn't do 1954 before doing 1991. Heisei sells, man. Monster Art started with Heisei. Super 7 started with Heisei. Haya starting with Heisei. It just works. Since Haya Toys has now licensed Monster Hunter, will we possibly be seeing Jurassic Park, Gamera, Ultraman, Yu-Gi-Oh, and yes, possibly Marvel and DC? So I believe that for the properties that Bandai has, Bandai's got it locked down in Japan as like a general license, and then rest of world as like a specialty hobby license. That's why Haya can get the rest of the world as like a general toy license, and why they've also now have Monster Hunter, because Bandai's in that like collector hobby niche, whereas Haya Toys is occupying a much bigger space internationally. They can't, I would be very surprised if they can sell Monster Hunter in Japan. I really don't think they'll be able to. So could they pick up Gamera and Ultraman? I think maybe. Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, nobody else is really making articulated Yu-Gi-Oh, unless I'm wrong about that. Marvel and DC, no, those licenses are locked down so hard. Like, you've got, you know, it's McFarlane, but it will be Mattel for DC, and then you've got Hasbro for Marvel, and then on like the collector hobby side, you've got like Mafex Figuarts. Like, those are so locked down. I think it would be hard for Haya to find a niche to speak to. Jurassic Park, you might see the opposite, where Mattel has the general market locked down. Maybe Haya Toys can speak to like the collector grade stuff. So that would be interesting to see. What are your thoughts on the 3-0 1974 Godzilla? For a first figure from a line, I think it looks okay. I think it's important to remember that basically any company who has ever made Godzilla, the first figure has always had drawbacks, whether that's Monster Arts, Haya, or Super 7. I think it really, like, 3-0 is a very high quality company. Like, their robotic figures, anything that uses CGI, are crazy detailed, crazy accurate. The fact that the 1974 Godzilla does not look as good as their other figures in terms of accuracy, I think speaks to the difficulty in sculpting figures from movies 50 years ago, where there isn't like a whole lot of reference material. Now, some people will argue that there is plenty of reference material, but I don't agree with that. not compared to the reference material that you get from movies made in the modern age. So I think the figure looks fine. I'm curious to see like where the line goes. It's too expensive for me personally, so I'm not going to be reviewing it. But there are at least a couple of reviewers that I know that will be picking up that figure and reviewing it, and you should definitely check them out. Shadow of the Colossus figures would make everything right in the world. I agree. I'm surprised it's taken this long. Hold up, Shadow of the Colossus figures where? Nowhere yet. Not yet. Broom Criticizer. Hello. Can't stick around, just stopping by to say hi and bye. Have a good stream. Thank you, Broom. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope you have a great weekend. Is the Mezco 54 still coming? Maybe. Does this make sense to you? We've been waiting 9 years, but -1 was in 2023, and wait 9 years, and we didn't wait 9 years for -1. Yeah, I think that you're just looking at this different. Like, I don't think Shin Godzilla is getting a sequel, and I don't think it needs a sequel. But I don't think it's getting a sequel, like objectively, and then subjectively, I don't think that it needs a sequel. You might disagree with me on that, but yeah, I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't hold out wait. Good Friday is always a great Friday, bruv. Any thoughts on the 1991 Godzilla figure? I personally think it looks clean as fuck. Yeah, man. I'm hoping to get it soon, and I'll have a review up as soon as possible. You know, I want to make sure I get it, fiddle with it. Here's a question for the chat, actually, because we've got 43 people in here. Do you guys want the 91 Godzilla and Ghidorah reviews separately, or do you want them together? Like, from a strategic perspective on YouTube, it's better to do it separately so I get more views. But from a logistics perspective, it's easier for me to do it together. So, let me know. I have a question. Is it possible that we'll see Hi Toys ever make an official announcement revealing Kiryu or Mechagodzilla 2002? Yes, I think it's 100% going to come. 100%. You will see it by the end of the year. I would bet money on it. Shimo's pretty much good. Still need to get the Monster Arts Godzillas for their redesigns based on my prototypes. Cool. Nice. When I grow up, I want to be like Mezco's 54. That's funny. Who's hotter, Godzilla or Kong? Well, there is Burning Godzilla. There is no Burning Kong. So I think that says a lot. I have a little dream. Monster Arts and Haya are both doing Godzilla 2000 now. It would be cool if Haya did Orga and SH did Mega Gearus. Those two deserve articulated figures. They so do. They so do. It is so... We've waited too long. What do you think about the new upcoming Godzilla movie? Like, what do you think is going to happen in the movie? I don't know. Like, I could sit here and theorize, but I feel like I'd be so off. I'd rather just tune out and let the crews cook, and when it's ready to serve, I'll be there. What do you really want to see in the upcoming Godzilla, Toho's Godzilla Marvel Comics crossover? Yeah, it'll be cool to see. What I'm actually interested in, personally, is if a new Godzilla and Marvel crossover creates an interest to go back and open up the licensing for the previous Marvel Godzilla. Makes sense to me. Jurassic World Rebirth thoughts. Yeah, I'm excited for it, and I hope it's great. If Haya or Monster Arts could make Jurassic Park / World and Pacific Rim figures, would you get them? I don't know, man. I think that Ling Jihun is like killing it with their Pacific Rim line. I don't think I need anything else from Haya for Pacific Rim. Give me a second here. Yeah, I don't need and then Jurassic Park, like I like Jurassic Park, but I don't like it enough to like pick up the figures, except the Spinosaurus. I want to get the new Spinosaurus. For me personally, Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. I want to see Godzilla fight against Worldbreaker, Hulk, Rune King, Thor, Galactus, Thanos, God Emperor, Doom, King, and Black Venom. It'll be interesting to see, because like those are definitely key characters that it feels like you would need Godzilla to get through to destroy the universe. Would love to see Haya work on Jurassic Park / World figures, but it feels like Mattel is gatekeeping the franchise. I think you're right. Since Marvel Comics has officially licensed both Ultraman and Godzilla properties altogether, will we ever possibly see an official crossover matchup between Ultraman and Godzilla? I mean, hopefully. I feel like Toho's the one that needs to play ball. Godzilla Gamer, welcome in. Heisenberg, hello. It's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing all right. Anyone here pay a tariff yet? I haven't. I'm in Canada, and toys are not tariffed in Canada from the States, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, we got some Heisenberg love in the chat. Love to see it. Oh, we all stand Heisenberg. Do you think Haya will do Godzilla in Hell figure? I think by and large, people will stay away from the comics. You know, Super 7 did the Dark Horse one because it was an easy repaint, but I don't know if there'll be much more from the comics. Are you going to pre-order the Godzilla 1991? I am getting Godzilla 1991 sent to me, and I hope to have it soon. I'm happy we're getting a -1 sequel. Yeah, I am. I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm really interested to see what they do. How do you feel about the sequel to Godzilla? I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm interested to see what they do. Oh, I got an idea for you. Ranking fan Godzilla designs. So, stuff like this, like I think it would be... There are two outcomes here. Either I completely shit on somebody's design, which I don't want to do, or I navigate things in a way such that it sounds like I like all of the designs equally because I'm too scared to like poo-poo somebody's design that they've possibly worked very hard on. So I probably won't do anything like this for those reasons. And I guess the third reason being that it's just not really of interest to me. But I do like the idea of, like, I like it when you guys suggest things to me because it gives me stuff to think about. Even if I don't take the suggestion directly, you know, it gets the wheels churning, you know? Okay, so people are saying do the reviews together, do the reviews together. My mod is saying separately. Do it together. What is the Jobby method? What's the rest of his name? I guess together. Combined review would be cool. Separate because you'll get more money. That's funny. Group view review would be neat. Okay. Lots of people saying group, so I think... Well, we'll see. I've already owned... Oh, this was a previous comment. If NECA got the license for Godzilla again, where do you think they would realistically start? I'd like to think that they'd continue, like, with Showa stuff, because nobody else is touching it. That would be nice. Shin Godzilla had a lot of chances to get a sequel, but Anno and Higuchi have moved on and want to do other things. I've had a proposal I've planned for years now on how to do one if I ever meet them, though. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would like the 1991 Godzilla and Ghidorah review together. I would say separate. Also reviews together. Together might be nicer. Okay. Graphics by Gage. Any thoughts on the third figure of Super 7 Ultimates Wave 5? Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it yet. I haven't heard back. I don't know if the tariff situation is going to affect when they reveal it, when they show it off. Like, I hope not. I hope it doesn't impact it. Last I heard, like, they were working with the factories to get a sample as soon as possible because they really want people to see it. Yeah, I said in my video, it's going to be very similar to the Charging -1. Like, it celebrates a moment in a Godzilla movie in a really cool way. If you don't care for that moment, if you don't care for that movie, it's probably not going to be up your alley. But if you do like that moment, if you do like that movie, this figure is going to be really, really, really cool. So I don't think it's going to be a must-have for everybody, but I think for the people that are into it, they're going to be really into it. Will you do Easter this week? Yeah, going to my parents on Sunday. So, yeah. Ryan from Goji Guy, welcome in. Goji Guy, lots of Goji Guy love. Nice. You'd like to see the reviews together. Cool. Have you read the recent Mothra comics? I have not. I have not read them. I'm not big on comics. Just generally speaking. It's not a media form that has ever really, like, gripped me. So, That's not to say that's not to speak onto the quality of the comics. Like I'm sure that a lot of people have worked hard on them, and I'm sure that it shows. It's just not for me personally. That Marvel Hulk Godzilla took me by surprise. It took me by surprise too. Like, that just sounds like a complete nightmare to deal with, doesn't it? Like, Godzilla or Hulk on their own would be very difficult to manage. And then it's like a hulked out Godzilla. Like, you might as well just lay down and die at that point. Oh, man. Obsidian Fury, my beloved, is a figure I want them to do, as well as Pacific Rim, the black figures. So, Ling Jihun has confirmed that they will be doing Obsidian Fury. So, it's just a matter of time. I can't buy anything that's not Godzilla, Haya, or Monster Arts, and Chainsaw Man. Even one little IP would sink me at this point. Someone made Awesome Raptors at $45 in the Temptation here, but I just can't. Oh, I totally get that. I think there's a couple of lines that I'm looking at where it's like, oh, like, I really want to break into them, but I know that if I break into them, it's just going to be problematic. Since Spidey has the black suit in Godzilla vs. Spider-Man one-shot comic, hopefully Godzilla gets the symbiote and we see Venomized Godzilla. Oh my god. That would be really cool. I'm just casually chilling, playing Minecraft while I'm chatting in the stream. Chicken jockey. That's funny. I'm worried that the tariffs will drive some smaller toy companies out of business. Hopefully the tariffs will end very soon. I really hope so, man. I really hope so. I feel like these tariffs are squeezing a lot of smaller companies and a lot of really good people. Like, there was... I did it in my video, but, like, there was that one company that was going to do a Kickstarter for Wave 2 of their figures, and they just canceled it because it's, like... I think they're 3 3/4 inch figures that will get bumped up to, like, $40 a figure because of the tariffs. It's insane, man. I hope that ends. Have you heard that Godzilla is fighting Marvel heroes in this new comic? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is that Barney the purple dinosaur behind you or Dino from the Flintstones? Where? I'm trying to look in my background. There's this one. This is the train biter -1 reaction. But I don't... Is there anything else? That one, this plush here, that's Baby Plum from Binding of Isaac. But if it's not either of those, I'm worried that you're seeing something that I'm not seeing, which just worries me a little bit. Highest Scar King and High Mega Godzilla 21 would be pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, Mega Godzilla 21 would be pretty sick for like the past 3 years, but they still haven't done it. Have you seen the new Bandai Movie Monster Series Q 2.0? Yeah, Rob sent me a photo of it, and I was just like, wait, that's a movie Monster Series figure? Insane. Am I the only one who thinks in the Godzilla vs. DC crossover, they nerfed Superman so hard? Yeah, but I feel like they kind of had to. Yeah. You haven't seen it yet, peasants. I didn't mean to come across like that, but that is pretty funny. Which figure do you recommend? Godzilla 2000 from Monster Arts or Haya's version? Concerned about Monster Arts quality issues. If you want something that looks more faithful to the movie and is a little bit more budget friendly, get the Haya figure. If you want something that will move a little bit better and has a little bit of the artistic interpretation of Yuji Sakai, who was involved with the Godzilla movies, then get the Monster Arts version. Yeah. And if you wait for US distribution of the Monster Arts version, then if there's something wrong with it, you can always contact Bandai America or Bandai US about it, and they'll try to help you out. Pretty upset I never got the chance to get the 1200C Godzilla figure. That and the Thirsty for Blood one. Kicking myself because they're so cool and unique. Those are definitely some of the standouts in the line. I'm sorry you missed them. I would imagine that IDW Comics might potentially do Godzilla, do some possible crossovers such as Sonic the Hedgehog and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going to do against Godzilla? Centuries and Godzilla. We thinking Rebirth at the end of versus Destroyer. We thinking Icy Final Wars. I feel like I'm missing something and it's driving me up the wall. So Jax, if you look at the listings, there's a year included in the title, and I'm just gonna say it's 1995. So it's not Final Wars. So you'll have to chew on that. Donnie worked on the Mothra comics, I think. I know that Matt Frank did. Did Donnie work on it? Donnie, are you still in chat, Donnie? Might have to DM him. I didn't know. I didn't think he worked on it, but maybe I'm wrong. Did you see the Godzilla Mr. Potato Head? I did, Michael. That looks awesome. I wish I had that as a kid. It looks like I might get it for my daughter actually. Last year I started to post kaiju figure photography, but then Instagram privated my account since you're under 16, and I'm still angry because I thought my photo of Scar King driving a tractor was funny. Oh, well, I look forward to that account being public again, because that sounds funny. Chicken Jockey. Has Ling Jahun said anything about Otachi? Missed out on the NECA versions. Excited for Leatherback. I mean, so there's prototypes for Otachi, Slattern, and Knifehead. So presumably they're going to move forward with those, but they haven't said anything else. First question, where did you get the hat? I got it from Godzilla Store, Japan. Second question, do you think Hayat would reveal a Scar King figure by the end of year, and would it be in scale with Shimo? So 1, yes, I think that they're going to reveal it this year. 2, will it be in scale with Shimo? I hope so, but the other figures are out of scale, so I don't know. I think we'll get a Venomized Godzilla because we got a Hulk Godzilla. Yes. Favorite MonsterVerse character? I don't know if you answered this one yet or if I joined late. Mine is Shimo. I really like how they did Rodan, and I would like to see more Rodan. And I really liked Scar King as a villain. Crystal Rodriguez, hello, welcome in, Crystal. Good to see you. 145% tariff on China is one of the most ridiculous things Prissa Pumpkin has done, but probably not the #1 craziest. Yeah, I was talking to Michael about this. Like, the tariff numbers are so high that it's just absurd at this point, right? Like, at 20%, the 20% tariff, to me, is like, I would take that more seriously than 145, because 145 is just ridiculous. Also, what do you think about the new Godzilla Bloodbath idea? Also, I'm here just speedrunning Sonic Frontiers. I have not kept up with Godzilla Bloodbath, so I'm not really sure. Have you seen the Hiya Toys Godzilla 1991 on their YouTube channel? Yes, I have. It looks pretty cool. I see the purple plush is Isaac. I thought it might be Barty. Okay, yeah, so that's Baby Plum. Baby Plum from Binding of Isaac. Will the brand new movie monster series Kiryu Mechagodzilla to give us a potential? I wouldn't read one company's interpretation of a character to another company's interpretation of a character. Do you enjoy fishing? I really enjoyed fishing as a kid. I have not gone in a long time, but I did enjoy fishing when I did do it. No worries, Jax. I'm still bummed on the Transformers X Godzilla collab. So much potential, and yet it's so dumb, man. Like, every other Transformers collab looks so good. Like the Naruto ones, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones, the Monster Hunter one. They all look so good, and yet the Godzilla one sucks. That's very disappointing. Godzilla Mr. Potato Head. Yes, there is a Godzilla Mr. Potato Head out there. I don't think it's actually like a super kids item. Like, I think it's meant to be sold to collectors. But yeah. Hi Canuck, how you doing? Am I late for the stream? Odd, I didn't get a notification. Yeah, we're gonna be winding down shortly. But yeah, I was very spur of the moment, so yeah, welcome in. I'm those Transformers X Godzilla's figures strongest soldier. I swear to God, call it copium, and I can't wait. Listen, I'm never gonna knock somebody who enjoys the product. Okay, Jax, you like them. I'm happy for you. Like, they are cool. I do think there are aspects of them that are very neat. But I think as a whole complete package, I feel like there's just so much more they could have done. Yeah. I remember the guy who said 400% tariffs on TV. Yeah, that was Kevin O'Leary. He has some pretty strong opinions that are quite divisive. The level of disappointed I am with Monster Arts ruining Shimo is crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, Chelsea. I'm sorry that it's sorry it disappoints you. Just joined. What are we talking about? Anything and everything, man. How you doing? Binding of Isaac face-off collab when? Face-off collab. Who do you want me to face off with? I got like 2,000 hours in the game, man. I could face off. There's a lot of news outlets talking about China and their workforce protesting their leaders in regards to the retaliation tariffs and demanding to withdraw retaliation to America to get warehouses open again. Dude, like, at this point, I just want the tariffs to go away. I'm saying this as a Canadian that has not been impacted by any toy tariffs. Okay? I just think that these are hurting a whole bunch of people that don't deserve it. Goji Wars going to be filming a short film for a festival next weekend, hoping things go well, but you're not sure. Oh, well, I hope it goes well for you. And yeah, best of luck. I hope the filming goes well and that the festival is fun. Just got noticed that the FES Godzilla Blu-ray... Oh, the Festival Godzilla Blu-ray shipping from Amazon Japan. That's really cool. Nice. Mitchell, thoughts on the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy? I think people are a little hard on them. I think those movies are dope, dude. Those movies are amazing. I don't think... Like, I've heard a lot of people who don't know about the movies, but I've never heard of folks that, like, dunked on them. I don't know why people would dunk on them. Was Toho strict for the Godzilla X Transformers collab? I'm just curious. Yeah, I mean... The fact that every other collaboration is so good... Then... All of a sudden the Transformers one is like... The Godzilla one is, like, really underwhelming. I think points to the fact that Toho didn't really want them to be... anything more than they were. Call it cope with the way the actors for GXK3 have been teasing space and Kadokawa teasing something for Gamera. I think GXK3 would be a good time to introduce Gamera in the Monsterverse if it is space themed. That would be neat, wouldn't it? Oh, you want to face off, Jax? You're trash at the game, it would be good television? That's funny. Oh. We need a chicken jockey kaiju figure, but jokes aside, for the next GXK movie, I think they need to make the tone more serious and make Godzilla and Kong have equal amounts of screen time. Yeah, it would be really cool for, like, Godzilla to be more of a... He's a very reactionary force in the last two movies, right? It'd be nice for him to be a little bit more, like, front and center. Sorry for the random question, but I've heard Canuck referred to as a derogatory term. It was an American, so I don't know how much stock to put in it, but I was just curious what you thought. No, it's not. It's not derogatory by nature. Like, you could certainly use it as a derogatory term, right? Be like, oh, those damn Canucks, they don't know anything, right? Like, you could definitely do that. But like, we have hockey teams named the Canucks. Yeah, it's not derogatory in nature, but you could certainly spin it that way. I'm honestly so happy that Monster Arts is stationed in Japan. If they were produced in China, you could absolutely count me out on buying Monster Arts, considering how the figures would probably be $300. Well, I do think, because the tariffs, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the tariffs are placed based on the origin of the item, like the country of origin. So I think that Bandai would get slapped with gigantic tariffs. I could be wrong, but we'll just have to see. Like, I don't know if Bandai is even going to be bringing anything over while the tariffs are up. The Mothra trilogy was great. The Mothra trilogy was great. Yeah, you're right, Catzilla. Chelsea, Haya has been putting out really good figures recently. SH got to step their game up. I mean, SH is having a great time. Do they have to step up? I think they're hitting their target audience. Like, if you want Monster Arts to just be Haya, Haya's still going to be cheaper. That's the thing, right? So, but I'm sure the whole market's looking at what Haya's doing and thinking, what the hell? If you watch any, do you have a favorite historical or war film? No, I do not. No. Have you seen the new Pacific Rim comic called Pacific Rim Final Breach? I've seen the Kickstarter, uh, and I can't say that I'm too excited about it. I took your suggestion of the Ultimates and got the charging minus one at my local Super 7 store. Thanks again, but I cost of Space Godzilla selling out online everywhere I see. Well, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, do you like the charging minus one? And did you go to the San Diego one or the San Francisco one? Have you done a video showing off your collection? I have not done a video showing off my collection. I think my collection is probably disappointing in comparison to how much I talk about Godzilla figures. I do a lot of rotating out. I do a lot of selling off of old stuff to make room for new stuff. So yeah, I don't particularly feel like the collection is worth showing off. Speaking of Rebirth of Mothra, you think Haya or Monstars would touch kaiju from those movies? Honestly, I feel like Super 7 has a better chance of touching those kaiju than the other companies do. Yeah. I thought Canuck was a name. What does it mean? Canuck is just, it's like Yankee. It's like just a term for a Canadian. Yeah. Kamari Jones, welcome in. Hello. The only thing I'm scared for in terms of a serious MonsterVerse movie is that with how the MonsterVerse is right now, they would probably push the serious tone so much to where it's corny. They'd probably have to handle it similarly to how they handle it in Legacy of Monsters. Because that is not a goofy, funny show. Like, there's levity to it, but they do tend to take it a little bit more serious. So yeah, if we have a movie the tone of Legacy of Monsters, I think that would be personally something I enjoy more. But I can also see general audiences being a little less entertained. I think people showing up to a Godzilla and Kong movie want a very specific flavor of content. Chinese economic. Okay, so this is a really interesting comment, and I'm in the early stages of preparing a video on it for sure. I wish either Monster Arts or Haya would make a Leo Mothra figure. It's definitely overdue. Yeah. What's your favorite Godzilla movie? Mine's personally either 2019 or some movie in the Heisei series. My favorite Godzilla movie is GMK 2001. Yeah, I love that one. I think it's so good. If you could pick only one to have or display, would you get the Haya King Ghidorah or the Mecha King Ghidorah? So I already have the normal King Ghidorah ordered and on the way. If I had to pick only one, I feel like you have to get the standard one, don't you? It's like, you know, would you rather have regular Godzilla or would you rather have burning Godzilla? It feels a little bit weird to have burning Godzilla without normal Godzilla, don't you think? Charging -1 Ultimate is amazing in my opinion. I like messing with it. Generally think some of the reviews didn't do it full justice. Also, San Diego store. Yeah, San Diego store. I know some of the folks that work there. They're really great people. They're really cool. And yeah, the Charging -1 is a fantastic figure. If they make another Godzilla solo film, I think Godzilla Jr. would be a great idea also. Maybe. Depends how they do it. Cretaceous King Ghidorah is my #1 dream figure. Cretaceous King Ghidorah would be really cool. Yeah. That's fair. My shelf is getting full too. What are your favorite figures that will always stay in your collection? And then the next question is, what's your favorite figure that you own? So definitely, like, my favorite figure that I've held on to for the longest time has been the NECA Otachi. The Otachi is, I love it. So that's definitely up there. The Super 7 Destroyer is amazing. The 1200 degrees Celsius Godzilla is amazing. What else? I think those three are probably the biggest ones. And then maybe the Dark Horse Godzilla from Super 7. These guys I just got. And they probably don't look that cool on camera, but in person, these two guys are really cool. These are fantastic. I'm so glad that I have these, and I'm very thankful to Super 7 for sending them my way. I think these are amazing little toys. What figure do you think Haya will announce next? I personally think it'll be Scar King. So if you're talking Monsterverse, honest to God, I feel like the next Monsterverse Haya figure is going to be Frostbite Blast Shimo. I feel like it has to be. Classic, I feel like it's going to be Mecha King Ghidorah once the normal King Ghidorah lands. Consider paying 30 extra bucks on the Haya Shimo from Calcus so I can get it sooner. It seems fantastic. I've lost my patience. That's the game, right? That is the game. If you want it sooner, you can pay the extra money. If you can wait a little bit, then, you know, it's good to save some coin. It sucks that Toho kind of restricted that Godzilla being a species. I heard it from an interview with some guy talking about the GXK novel writer. Yeah. Yeah. I need a Void Ghidorah somewhere in my collection. It sucks that it's so unconservably sharp that a Monster Arts or Haya iteration of him would cause deep cuts and hand wounds. That's true. It's also just like conceptually is a very difficult toy design, right? Man, I wish my Target would stock up on those -1 boxes. There will still be many more in circulation. If you haven't seen it yet, don't give up hope just yet. You might still see it come through. I'm checking compulsively for the -1 blind boxes on Target's website. I want them so bad, bro. I get it, man. They are really, really good. I hope that everybody who wants one is able to get one. I like those translucent blue -1s. They are great. Just Friends, hello, welcome in. Chelsea Buckley, I know it seems like I'm hating on Monster Arts, but Monster Arts are Haya. Mine's Haya. So, like, I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I own 6 Monster Arts figures. I don't particularly love Monster Arts over Haya or Super 7. Like, Monster Arts is definitely lowest on the totem pole for me. If I had to pick one, I'd pick Haya. But I still think that Monster Arts is cool for what it is and what it offers. It's just that what they offer is not typically what I'm interested in. Are you planning to review the Heisei Godzilla? Yes, I will review that and the Ghidorah. Thank you very much. Haya's Godzilla Evolved. If you could get out of the factory, that'd be pretty cool. If these outrage tariffs do happen, how much more do you think Haya will increase? I already got an email from Big Bad Toy Store saying that they will increase the price for the items that I have pre-ordered. So, on the customer end, I would expect at least a 50% increase in the price. That brings Shimo from $60 to $90. Now, for something like Shimo, I think $90 is still an okay price. But for other things, it will get out of hand really, really quickly. What are the Toho Classic Godzilla monsters revealed for Haya toys besides Mecha King Ghidorah? Jesus, hold on. Sorry about that. So there's Mecha King Ghidorah, there's normal King Ghidorah, there's Mecha Godzilla. And I guess that's it. Everything else has been Godzilla, right? I think that's about right. Got a -1 box and got the Roaring Translucent. Honestly wanted the Train better, but I think the Super Kaiju will fit that niche pretty nice. Yeah, I think you're definitely right about that. The bootleg of the Scar King looks so bad. It does look bad. I called it the Barf King because it looks so terrible. And the Monster Island series, one of the G62, and hoping it wasn't Megalon. You got Baragon, and you'll take it. Baragon is amazing. I love the Baragon reaction. It's so good. I decided to save money ordering from Entertainment Earth on Black Friday. Saved $75 on figures that would have been $300, but I have to wait longer. Nice. I'm glad it worked for you. What's your favorite real-life animal? Elephant. Elephant is my favorite. Went to Target the other day, looked for -1 blind boxes. Surprisingly, they had it, but someone snatched the last 2 right in front of me. Oh, I'm so sorry. That must feel terrible. Are you going to grab the new Super Kaiju from Super 7? I'm hoping to, yeah. It's a little bit difficult, but being in Canada, but yeah, I hope so. Might have asked this in a previous live stream, but do you think Haya will make a Suko and Doug 2-pack since they're small? I don't think Doug will be there, no. If they were going to do a 2-pack, I could see like Scar King and Suko, but I don't think it'll be Suko and Doug. Make me, that's funny. Robo Lizard, welcome in. Yeah, and we're talking about tariffs. Sorry to do that to you. Loki would prefer a Behemoth or Tiamat reveal before Scar King because the Spiral Studio statues hurt seeing them prices. Yeah, I totally get that. Will the official Godzilla store US be able to get the Haya Toys Exquisite Base Shimo? Yeah, probably. I think so. You okay, you big coffee? I'm just getting over something. My kid went to daycare, started daycare, and she brought a virus home that has just made its way through the house and doesn't look like it wants to go away. So, but yes, we're okay. Have you checked out the new Haya Exquisite Basic Series Godzilla 2000 Heat Ray figure? Yes, I put up a community post with an affiliate link, and yeah, I think it looks really cool. When will they get their hands on? I don't know. I don't work there. I have no idea. Do you collect figures from other franchises? Not really. Not really. Ghost Godzilla / Possessed Junior Ultimate's reaction would be nice. Niche, Heisei, and to most consumers, it's a pretty interesting Godzilla design, unlike something like Gabra, for example. Yeah, that would be cool. I really hope that Super 7 gets around to doing a Godzilla Junior. That'd be pretty cool. When do you think the tariffs will end eventually? I think if they don't end in the next 30 days, then they won't end for like the rest of the summer. And I think that's terrible. I'm also, like, this is just my opinion. I am not an expert in the field. That is just my impression. I feel like the tariffs are a battle of egos between 2 very stubborn old men. So if it doesn't end soon, then it's not going to end for a while. Gojirasaurus, you made it in. As we're winding down, we're probably going to stream for another 5 minutes, but you did make it. So if there's anything you really want to chat about, you should get it out now. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Mick. I appreciate that. Have you seen the Kujiro Designs custom monster arts head sculpts? I'm currently painting the new Scar King heads. That's cool. Yeah, Kujiro is a very talented individual. I'd love to get hands on the Scar King heads, but I'm not talented in painting at all. At least not in painting custom figures. So it's a little bit of a missed opportunity, but I'm hopeful that a $51 Haya Scar King will make up for it. Muppet 54 from Super 7 would be fun. Yeah, that does seem like something they would do. What do you think about the Godzilla fan base as of right now? Well, I have a whole video with 3 other creators up on the channel. So you can definitely check that out. Do you have a recommendation of where to get Haya figures? Looking for Shimo, but unsure. Yeah, so channel sponsor is INS Hobby. You could check out the link in my bio or in the link in my Shimo video. If you need the figures immediately, that's a really good place to get them. But if you want to save some money and if you're patient, then Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store are great too. I'm in Canada, you might remember me, but how do I get Shimo without imports? He's sold out on GameStop. Here, let me check for you right now. Okay, sold out there. Sold out there. Okay. Hiya Toys, Shimo, Canada. Hmm. Well, it looks like if you're not going to be importing Shimo, it's going to be quite difficult. So I'm sorry about that. Welcome back, Shrimp, Gojirasaurus, Gabra, Gabra. What myth or classic Toho character would you want to see in the MonsterVerse? Titanosaurus. I'm always going to say Titanosaurus. Cannot get any idea why Amazon decided to charge $220 something for Shimo and not the $240. Amazon's pricing can be weird sometimes. I've gotten really good deals on price matches from Amazon, but there's also a few figures that have been like crazy expensive because they're not priced properly. So it can be a roll of the dice. I apologize for my present stupidity for these dumb tariffs. You don't have to apologize, Mitchell, but I appreciate the sentiment. Some places are killing shipments, and Japanese companies are pausing stuff going to the US. Bai has stopped US stuff, and HobbyLink Japan is only doing EMS shipping now. Yeah, you might want to keep an eye out to see if Bandai imports US stuff to the US. Like, we haven't gotten an official solicitation for the Godzilla 2000 figure yet. And I don't think you're going to get one until the tariffs are lifted. What are your hopes for the next MonsterVerse movie? Do you hope it's more like G14 or GXK? I would like for it to be more like G14. I think for the cinematic universe to continue, it needs to be more like GXK. Because it needs to draw in the casual audience member. What's your least favorite Godzilla design? Oh, the Son of Godzilla one, for sure. Matthew PV, your Shimo review is great. Do you think if tariffs weren't a factor, do you think Haya could have their own retail store in the States? I think it's obsolete with retailers like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, Beast of the East Collectibles. Like, the fact that they can go through these guys, I don't think they would need to do one. Happy Easter Day. Wishes you and your family have a wonderful Easter. Oh, thank you. You too as well, Kaiju O'Danny. You happen to own a movie monster series Godzilla 1998. That's awesome. Do you think Haya or Monster Arts would touch Kaiju from MonsterVerse comics? It'd be cool to see Amulek and Shinomura. I think Haya is way more likely. I would go as far as to say that Monster Arts will never do it. Like, GXK is the first movie for Monster Arts to do the villain antagonist Kaiju. They didn't do the Mutos. They didn't do the Skull Devils. You know, well, they did King Ghidorah, but okay, fine. You know, that's just an adapted Toho character. Scar King and Shimo are the first ones they done. I don't think they'll touch the comics. If you want a Kajira Scarhead King painted, hit me up. I'll do some for you. I got some in, so looking forward to paint them up. They are nice. Oh, that's very kind of you. I'm looking forward to seeing how you do them up. Is there a chance that Haya Toys might get the rights for Pacific Rim? There's always a chance, but I think that Ling Jihun is killing it right now. Is INS Hobby website a trustworthy online source? I would say so. Yeah, I think they've been fantastic partners, and I think they've treated a lot of the viewers that have used my link well. So I would say so. Does INS Hobby have bad shipping prices? Depends what you mean by bad. I mean, it'll cost you like $18 to ship a Skull Devil or Godzilla 2014, but they're shipping it from China. It's like on the other side of the world. So I feel like that price is fair for what it is, but it also might be high for what you're looking for. Goji Man, hi, hello. I pre-ordered Shimo a year ago and I'm excited to receive it this month. That's awesome. What's that big box behind you? This box is the Haya Shimo box. This box is my lighting tent where I film my reviews. What do you want to come out first? Beast of Kong or Evolved Godzilla? Haya. Definitely Evolved Godzilla. That one's been longer. It should come out. Scarfraud's heads are really easy to paint match. His fur is maroon and the skin is a mix of... So far, painting has been relatively easy. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm sure it's maybe more straightforward for people who are not familiar with the craft. or for the people that are familiar with the craft. For someone like me, I just feel like I would be very, very lost. Tamashi has stores, though. That's true. Tamashi does have stores. Tamashi also has a lot more brands under its belt. So maybe there's more precedent for that. They also like to do like exclusives and stuff. So yeah. Will Bandai be able to give the Ultra Monster series Gyras figure? I don't know, man. You're looking for Shinra Jira. His channel's that way. Yo, if I create my own custom resin 3D printed toys and it was good with articulation and paint, would I be able to get it to you for a possible review or to show it? So this is a good question. Like I've gotten it a couple of times. Like people asking to send me stuff. Like I would have to open a PO box because I don't want my address out there. So I'm thinking about it. I've thought about it. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, but I'm thinking about it. In the future, you plan to do more collabs with other YouTubers? If so, who are you interested to collab with? Yeah, I'm always happy to chat with folks when it makes sense to, whether that's a Jeopardy video, whether it's a community discussion. Yeah. So the answer is yes. Like I'm always down to collab with people. People that I would like to collab with. Honestly, like I collab with a lot of the people that I've been watching for the past 5-6 years, which has been very fulfilling, and I've really enjoyed myself. There are a couple people that I've met that I would like to continue like developing relationships with. Like Kaijutopia is one of those creators that like we've done one live stream together, and I think it would be cool for us to work on something again. But the answer is yes. Like I'm always interested in chatting with folks. What's the next Godzilla kaiju you want to see in the next GXK film? I'm gonna start making an FAQ, and the answer is Titanosaurus. I got my Shimo off AliExpress for only $60 with free shipping. That's pretty good. It's pretty cool. For me in the States, INS charged me $30 for shipping Shimo. I'm not mad at the price since it's lower than SH Shimo. Yeah, and the Shimo package is gigantic. So $30 to ship from across the world, I think is okay. So far, my experience with INS Hobby has been pretty awesome. A few bucks cheaper for Godzilla figures compared to Kaukas. That's great to hear. I love it. I pre-ordered Godzilla Evolve last year from Big Bad Toy Store. Hopefully we get those since Shimo hasn't hit their site. Yeah, Shimo will be a little bit longer for Big Bad Toy Store. I think that the Monster Arts Evolved Godzilla is quite good for what they've been putting out. I think the Evolved Godzilla is good. I just wish his head looked up. That's the only thing that I would really want changed. What do you want to come first? Haya Heat Ray Supercharged or Haya Shimo Frostbite version? Well, I want the standard Godzilla Evolved to come out first. And then we can get the supercharged version. I feel sad that the Man in the Suit was canceled. Yeah. You know, it was not a series that I particularly enjoyed, but I feel like there was a decent sized fan base, and I feel like the creator, I think there's just a lot of crap going around involving the creator, and it's probably for the best that they are out of the limelight for right now. After a terrible long wait of nothing because of awful shipping partners, I got the refund. Seriously though, $30 shipping. Oh, for the Haya Burning Godzilla. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They could send it to an Amazon locker. Okay, interesting. Not sure if you'd know, but is Figure Mania Show having another live stream this month? Yes, it is 1 week from yesterday. So it'll be the 24th here in North America, 25th in Taiwan time. And we're going to be streaming with Mac from Titanic Creations to talk about what the tariff impact on his business has been. Have you used Ami Ami? I have not. I did answer this question, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, but how do you feel about Titanosaurus? He's the best. How did you not get scammed from AliExpress? It does happen, but there are some decent stuff on AliExpress too. I think you just, because it's a marketplace, you need to be able to know who the good ones are. I'm not really sure what this is asking. How tall is your Haya toy Shimo on its hind legs? Ten inches tall. Bought a new laptop, replacing my old laptop and a tablet that I shouldn't have bought. Lesson learned, but the new PC is a thing of you. Well, I'm glad you got there in the end. Sometimes it takes longer than we'd like. A few weeks ago, Brian from Super 7 had a great live chat with you and the other YouTubers. You asked him a bunch of questions about crazy ideas, for example, Godzilla versus Barkley. Do you think Super 7 can do Zone Fighter? Ooh, that's a good question. Is Zone Fighter Toho? Somebody's going to be screaming at me watching this down the line. I don't know if Zone Fighter is Toho, but I feel like if it's Toho, it should be fair game. Since Haya Toys has gained official licensing of Monster Hunter from Capcom, will we see other monster creatures and beasts for the exquisite basic? Like, I hope so. Love Mac. Looking forward to the... Okay, set your reminder. Is it Mike? Is your name Mike Gojirasaurus? Set an alarm so you can join that stream. You got to be there for it. I feel like a collab with Steven's toy reviews would be fire. Maybe in a different world. I love that he just had Hayashimo right next to him. Yeah, man. Why you got a measuring tape there? Because this is where I package stuff that I'm selling on eBay, and I need to know how big the packages are. Haya Titanosaurus or Ultimate Titanosaurus, which do you prefer? Oh, I would love Ultimate for the scale, and I'd love Haya for the accuracy. You can't go wrong either way. Made a response video to your video on a Haya Shimo increasing size, and if anything in that video is wrong, once I have Shimos, I'll debunk myself. Cool. Seems like no one is meant to have the Haya burning battle version, judging by how unreasonably complicated it is to get, especially after I've gone through 2 refunds for it. I ordered 2 of them off the Haya website, and I got both of them. I'm really sorry that folks are having such a difficult time getting it in hand. I think... Let me just check. Oh, God. Yeah. So, Ionis Hobby does have a couple units of the Burning Godzilla battle version, but it is much more expensive. So, depends how much you want it. Okay. Thank you very much, Jax, for stopping by. Good to see you. Okay, so Zone Fighter is Toho. So I would think that Super 7 could do it if they wanted to. Cow Kiss or Ionis Hobby? Ionis Hobby. I have to say Ionis Hobby because they're a channel sponsor. I feel like you said a different height for Shimo on your review. Yes, because I said she's 10 inches on her hind legs, but the height I gave in my review was the tallest you can stand her with all 4 feet on the floor. That was the difference. But you're right, that is a different height. Well, no, that's the wrong one. I wish Super 7 did human figures like Nick Adams as well, of course. Maybe in the future. I still think that, like, whenever they get around to like an Ultimates Megalon, a really cool convention exclusive would be like a Megalon with like reaction Cetopians. I think that makes so much sense. But we'll see, I guess. Personally, I'm not a fan of Calcus. They're much more expensive. I remember they were selling Monster Arts and Haya nearly over $30 MSRP for shipping. Yeah, like, they're... It's kind of like how INS Hobby sells Ultimates figures for like twice the retail price. It's just how they get a hold of them makes them more expensive, unfortunately. I think it's important to understand that Zone Fighter is a lesser known IP, so in my opinion, Super 7 probably won't be making Zone Fighter figures. Yeah, it would be, for the really niche stuff, they have to be really creative with how they get it out. Is Beast of the East collectibles better than Big Bad Toy Store in terms of price and shipping, or not for US buyers? I'm very ill-equipped to answer this question, but if any other folks in the chat have an answer for Matthew here, please do chime in. Calcus's price includes the shipping. That is a positive. And not just saying this because they're a sponsor, but INS Hobby, I do like that they have an option for faster shipping if you want it, whereas Calcus, the included shipping price is like the bare minimum. I shouldn't say it's the bare minimum, because bare minimum is like they put it on a boat and it takes up to 50 days to get to you. It is the minimum air travel or air delivery. Words are hard. And I like that INS Hobby, there's an option if you need something faster that you can pay for it. So that's kind of nice. Gojira Saurus would say that Beast of the East is better than Big Bad Toy Store. That's cool. I just got my SH Monster Arts Godzilla Evolved, and I can't wait to open it on Easter. I'm super stoked for you. It's a great figure. I do wish that the head had a little bit more range, but other than that, it is a really, really solid figure. Okay, gang, it's been an hour and a half when I said I'd only be streaming for an hour. Thank you all so much for stopping by on Good Friday. It was great to see you all. I'm wishing you all a lovely Easter weekend. I hope you get to celebrate with friends, family, all the people that you love. Super thankful for all you guys. You guys are supporting my channel unlike anything before. It's really crazy. I'm going to have some really cool stuff coming in the next few weeks, and really looking forward to sharing some news with you guys. There's some really cool stuff going on in the background. So thank you all. Thank you so much. Enjoy your long weekend, and I'll talk to you again soon.